As fans wait impatiently for The Rock's return to WWE, details about the Bloodline story have been revealed in a new article. In the concluding minutes of Bad Blood 2024, the final boss made a one-off appearance. The Great One's heel streak that began at the beginning of the year has left fans craving more. He teased a showdown between Cody Rhodes and himself for the undisputed WWE title before leaving to fulfill his acting obligations after WrestleMania 40. After a few months, The Rock made his triumphant comeback at Bad Blood, where he stunned everyone with a brutal stare-down including Rhodes, Roman Reigns, and Jimmy Uso. His future has been the subject of much conjecture since then. Amidst all this, the Og bloodline and the stable under Solo Sikoa's leadership have persisted in their fight. Crown Jewel 2024 was a disappointment for them when Sikoa pinned Reigns. A huge hint about The Rock's comeback has just been released by Zero News. The caption on the GIF of the final boss that was tweeted by the insider account said, "January," which might indicate that the legendary WWE star may make a comeback in the first quarter of 2019. While appearing on a recent episode of Legion of Raw, Vince Russo of Sportskeeda offered his prediction on The Rock's potential future after his comeback. The former WCW champion is certain that the Great One will win the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble in an unexpected appearance. The return of the Hollywood megastar opens up a lot of possibilities for WWE. In a perfect world, he would face Cody Rhodes in a dream match or get entangled in the Bloodline story. Following Roman Reigns' dramatic pinfall defeat at WWE's Crown Jewel 2024 in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, the wrestling community is abuzz with discussion over Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's possible comeback to the ring. After years of teasers, fans and insiders alike are wondering whether this may finally set up The Rock and Roman Reigns' long-awaited confrontation. With a fresh turn in Roman's dominating reign, we take a look at the most recent rumors, reports, and what this possible comeback may signify for WWE's future. As the current WWE Universal Champion, Roman Reigns has had an unparalleled run as the Tribal Chief for more than 3 years. His supremacy has been so solidified that his admirers began to question who, if anybody, might unseat him. A little detour from the storyline occurred at Crown Jewel 2024 when Roman battled a strong opponent who got a pin on the champion. Even if it wasn't a championship situation, the defeat is nonetheless huge. As Reigns shown vulnerability after a long absence, fans all across the globe felt a window of opportunity. This defeat has only added gasoline to the fire surrounding the head of the table plotline, which has its origins in WWE's depiction of the Samoan dynasty, a lineage that encompasses icons like as The Rock, Rikishi, Yokozuna, and the Wild Samoans. The narrative of Roman's hegemony and self-declared leadership has always carried with it an unresolved obstacle: the chance that The Rock, an elder in their common history, may come back and dispute Roman's authority as the tribal chief. For a long time, The Rock's comeback to WWE was just a pipe dream. With interviews and appearances at WWE events, he teased fans in 2023 and 2024 about the possibility of a showdown versus Reigns. When asked about the possibility of wrestling Reigns, The Rock surprised fans earlier this year by appearing on the Pat McAfee show. He said he would be open to the concept if WWE could coordinate the narrative and time. A bout between him and Reigns, he said, would be the biggest match WWE could produce. However, the delays have always been caused in part by The Rock's hectic Hollywood career. His availability has been restricted due to his obligations to the Fast and Furious series and other high-profile film projects. But with the recent strikes in Hollywood and a minor slowdown in his film schedule, maybe The Rock has found a way to return to WWE in style. Reigns' head of the table narrative has been painstakingly constructed by the WWE. It revolves on his domination over his relatives and has included notable feuds with his cousins, the USOs. This plot has established Roman as the heir apparent to the family name, drawing on Samoan wrestling customs and familial lineage. Claiming to be the legitimate head of their dynasty, he has maintained his place and title against almost all opponents. The Rock has long been known by WWE fans as the only competitor worthy of the title of head of the table that Roman has ever held. The Rock is a worldwide celebrity who has done more than anyone else to bring attention to the Samoan dynasty. He also has an indisputable history inside the wrestling profession. With their skillful tease, WWE has built up this showdown to seem like a monumental family war that might pose a unique threat to Roman's leadership. There were obvious concerns over WWE's intentions for Roman's narrative after his unexpected pinfall defeat at Crown Jewel. The shocking loss has many wondering whether WWE is trying to build up a huge, unprecedented confrontation between Reigns and AJ Styles at WrestleMania 41 by exposing his vulnerabilities. Roman's air of invincibility, meticulously cultivated over his long reign as title holder, suddenly seems significantly compromised. The Rock's return to confront the now exposed tribal chief seems like the ideal setting in the eyes of the fans. When it comes to WWE, timing is crucial. A calculated effort to demonstrate that Roman's supremacy is vulnerable may have been behind the setback. It raises questions, and should The Rock return soon, it provide him an exciting and plausible excuse to confront Roman. After all, meeting The Rock is the only way for Reigns to prove his right to the head of the table title, and WWE may finally be using Crown Jewel's devastating defeat their way to make that dream match a reality. Some say that Philadelphia would be the ideal location for a match of this kind, and that WWE is focused on having this fantasy clash at WrestleMania 41. Reigns vs. The Rock would be the kind of massive contest that has traditionally made WrestleMania unforgettable, and it would capture the attention of fans all around the world. A bout of this magnitude would surely sell out the arena, given Philadelphia's reputation for having ardent wrestling fans. The city's passion for wrestling and its abundance of sports would provide for an electrifying setting for a match between Reigns and The Rock. WWE is well aware of the unique, once-in-a-lifetime quality of this encounter, which would be difficult to achieve with any other opponent. Months remain before WrestleMania 41. So WWE has plenty of time to set the stage for The Rock's return by building the feud. The journey to WrestleMania may take WWE in a number of different narrative directions. Having The Rock make an unexpected comeback at the Royal Rumble is something that WWE is considering. Envision the music from The Rock crashing as Roman Reigns stands erect, preparing for a devastating encounter with The Rock in person. An iconic moment like this would freeze the globe in its tracks. An argument within the family might arise in a WWE storyline if other Samoan dynasty members, like as the USOs, start to challenge Roman's leadership. Using the tensions within the family as an excuse to restore their history, The Rock may step in and help smooth things up. Generational rivalry. WWE may frame the plot as a generational rivalry, with Roman being the modern-day tribal chief who has asserted his power and The Rock representing wrestling's rich history and heritage. The clash of values has the potential to bring a fresh dynamic to the table, delving deeper into the symbolic meaning of family, honor, and heritage than a typical match. The enthusiasm of the audience is tangible. Many have commented and speculated on Twitter and wrestling sites over The Rock's possible comeback, with many stating that it would be a significant event for WWE and the wrestling business as a whole. With Crown Jewel having the ability to set the scene, the anticipation among fans for this long-awaited encounter has reached new heights. Because of the match's global appeal, the family-oriented drama of the storyline, and The Rock's enormous fame, even those who haven't watched wrestling in a long time are likely to tune in.